Did y'all see this fight? LDBC. Did you see this fight? Did anybody see this fight? I'm going to tell you something, okay? This, to me, probably was one of the worst robberies in boxing. One of the worst that I've seen. Folks, I don't even know where to begin in this video. Adrien the Problem Broner, everybody was definitely set, and they were, wanting to see what Adrien Broner would do in his return to boxing. We all thought that. I was pulling for Adrien Broner. I was pulling for him, and I wanted to see the brother actually do well. He had just been getting so much negative, publicity, a lot of negative press, and just a lot of things happened to him that, for once, I wanted to see something positive happen to Adrien Broner. I wanted to. In this fight, I'll start with the fight, and then I'm going to give you some afterthoughts. In the fight, the first 6 rounds, I thought Jovanie Santiago completely just outlanded, and I actually thought that he was winning this fight the first 6 rounds. And part of 7, you can even say, no, I won't say 7, because I gave 7. Round 6, I gave the first 6 rounds to Jovanie Santiago. And Jovanie Santiago did a good job with a lot of body work. I mean, he was putting hands on Adrien Broner's body. And, he would get Adrien Broner on the ropes, and he would start just hitting him to the body. And, it was pretty much the same AB, trying to be all pretty, trying to be sweet, trying to, have all this head movement, but, doing all this without throwing punches. That's right. It's the same Adrien Broner. He don't throw punches. He just don't throw punches. I don't understand. And it's like, you can clearly see that Jovanie Santiago wasn't even on Broner's skill level. Jovanie Santiago just outworked Adrien Broner. He just outworked him. And he was having a lot of success against Broner. Lots of success. Adrien Broner would definitely land. I thought Adrien Broner landed the more clean, effective punches. I thought he did. Like when Adrien Broner landed, I mean, it hurt. He was hurting Jovanie Santiago. I felt like that Jovanie Santiago had a lot of volume, but there was nothing in the volume. It was just volume. But I felt like Jovanie Santiago clearly won those first 6 rounds. Clearly won them. Round 7, Broner began to pick it up. Jovanie Santiago started the round out pretty strong, but Adrien Broner finished that round very, very strongly. Rounds 8, 9, 10, and 11, I was giving those rounds to Broner. Jovanie Santiago, he had some good moments in those rounds, but I was giving those rounds to Adrien Broner. The final round, and let me tell you something that it just pissed me off. So, Adrien Broner, you're in a fight, right? You've been out of boxing for 2 years. You hadn't won a damn fight in 4 years. And he's over there having a conversation with the announcers. He's having a conversation. He's sitting there worried about what Steve Farhood was saying about him. This Adrien Broner, he's sitting there worrying what the hell Steve Farhood was saying. And I'm like, are you serious? Dude, you're in a close fight. You're about to lose this fight. I mean, you're not even letting your damn hands go. And you're having a conversation with Steve Farhood. Guys, listen. Adrien Broner is never going to get it. He's never going to get it, y'all. And I refrain from making videos about Adrien Broner because, it's so many other people doing a lot of crazy stuff out here in boxing that I just said, you know what? I'm sick and tired of making AB videos. I'm sick of it. I'm saying, you know what? I'm not gonna, put him down. But I gotta say something about this. Dude, you're in a fight for your life. You're fighting. You're literally fighting for your career to keep the notoriety that you have. And you're having a fucking conversation with Steve Farhood. I mean, unbelievable, this dude, man. Unbelievable. And, still talking to Steve Farhood while not throwing punches. I don't get it. I don't get it. Then, he in the corner, Mike Stafford telling him, look, AB, you got to do this. Hey, Mike, I got this. I'm okay. I'm fine. I got it, Mike. I got this. And I'm sitting there like, damn. I mean, what? couldn't train him. If I'm Mike Stafford, I would have threw my hands up and just walked out. Like, it's impossible to talk to this guy. You can't tell him anything. You don't do, like, every single trainer that this guy I've had, they say the same thing. Let your effing hands go. Let them go. You trying to be what? I don't, man. I'm actually so frustrated that it's hard for me to put my thoughts coherently in this video, because I know that Jovanie Santiago wasn't a better fighter than Adrien Broner. Not even his skill, not even his technical. No. Like, AB is doing the stuff to himself, and you sitting here thinking this dude can make $1 million with his hand. This guy can, like, do you know how many people in the world can make millions of dollars with their hands? Not a whole lot of people, y'all. And this buffoon has the ability to do that. But he wanna just act stupid all the damn time. And it just get to a point where, you know, okay, it's time to stop really thinking that AB is going to turn it around. So we get to the last round. We get to round 12. AB doing the same thing. He looking over at Steve Farhood instead of fighting the man in front of you, and Jovanie Santiago got his shots off. He got his shots off. He started throwing punches, landing, hitting AB in the body. AB trying to play the countering game, trying to play the defensive game. The Floyd Mayweather situation don't work for AB. AB just, I don't know. I gave round 12 to Jovanie Santiago. The fight was a clear 7-5 win for Santiago. The judges gave it to Adrien Broner. And you know, you have to feel bad for Santiago, because they were talking to him and he looked like he was about to cry, but he said, nah, man, hey, man, Adrien Broner, he did good in there. And Santiago was being respected. He didn't want to say nothing. But the man corner, they was like, you got to knock him out. And it wasn't because they thought that Jovanie Santiago was behind in the fight. It's because they knew that a robbery was coming. They knew. His trainers, Jovanie Santiago trainers, they knew that this man was finna get robbed. They said, you're going to have to knock him out to win this fight. They said, you're going to have to knock him out. I mean, first, AB don't make weight. Okay, he don't make weight. He talks a whole lot of noise. And guys, this the same dude, man. He was sitting up in a court. A judge looking at him and he said, I ain't got no money. And not even 3 hours after he left court, he's again on Instagram flashing money. I mean, that's the reason why they brought him into court the first time. Because, he ain't paying whatever he got to pay, child support or whatever. He goes back on Instagram and he's flashing money. Like, what the? Man, it's like, I can't with this dude. Like, literally, I can't with this dude. I would tell this stuff to him to his face. I'm like, dude, you are pretty much, you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace, man. You're a disgrace to the talent that God gave you. And I'm sure God looking at AB and wondering, you know what? I should have gave this to somebody else. I should have gave this talent to somebody else who's going to appreciate it. He should have gave it to Jovanie Santiago. Hell, this the only person came to fight. I mean, amazing. You're in the ring. You're fighting, damn it, pretty much fighting for your career, your notoriety. And you go in here, you play games. You talk to Steve Farhood during the fight. I mean, well, AB, do you think that you're that talented? That you can talk to Steve Farhood during the fight? Like, it just don't. And then AB doing his post-fight interview. And I'm sitting here like, okay, man, does the idiocy stop? He said, man, I can't F with Steve Farhood, man. Steve Farhood, man, I don't F with him. He always got it out for me. And Brian Custer told him, he said, AB, 52% of Twitter said you lost. A lot of people said you lost, not just Steve Farhood. Well, I F with you. And you can tell Brian Custer, he didn't believe AB won the fight either. And, Brian Custer, he did it very tactfully. He said, so AB, how do you think you did in the fight? How would you rate your performance? AB said, well, man, you got to understand, I ain't been in the ring in 2 years, and, I'm finna go this weekend, I'm finna pop some bottles, and I'm gonna do this, and Monday, I'm back in there kicking people ass. This guy don't get it. This guy he simply doesn't get it, y'all. And he never gonna get it. Adrien the Problem Broner is never going to get it. It's never gonna happen for this dude. I mean, I hate to say it, man, but he was talking about, man, I was broke coming in here. I ain't have a whole lot of money. I only had $13. You know what? AB is gonna be the fighter that we hear about, and he's gonna be the guy that, when fighting is done, 5 years from now, AB is gonna be one of them people, man. He's gonna be on Skid Row, or he's not gonna make it, man. He's not gonna make it. Like, it's just, how do you squander opportunity? And Santiago couldn't hurt AB. All AB had to do was let his hands go. But okay, maybe he can't pull the trigger anymore. I don't know. And it was embarrassing watching AB post-fight interview. I mean, it was embarrassing, man. I was embarrassed. I mean, it's embarrassing to go on national TV and look like a complete ass. Just look like an ass. Like, and the man asking you, okay, well, what are you going to do in the gym? And AB can't even answer the question. Well, I want to thank God, and I'm going to go this weekend and pop some bottles. Hey, man. All you Adrien Broner fans, I don't know. I don't know about y'all. If you guys don't see the handwriting on the wall with this dude, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I really talked too long on this video, but I'm just disgusted with AB, man. I'm disgusted with him. He know he didn't win this fight. I mean, what? Damn Jovanie Santiago outlanded this dude by over 100 punches, and AB gets to win? I don't get that, man. Santiago outlanded this guy by over 100 punches, and AB gets a unanimous decision. Guys, this was a robbery. Salute to Jovanie Santiago. I'm done.